Yeah, so I went for a 1 minute opening range breakout at 27.70 all the way up to 28.30. So I had these two trades, really nice. Just Qs are now trying to come back and get the VWAP. Again, this volatility is just really fun. Look at that, just squeezed through the VWAP and then came back up. Market is really, really uncertain, and all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Market volatility continues crazy. The market actually gapped down this morning, pushed through the previous day close and went green for a very short period of time, and then the dump started to come back. And as you see here, QQQ was gapping down, and then it just rallied to green previous day close, and then suddenly just collapsed. In 10 minutes it went down again another percent. This kind of volatility, we've never seen that, and it's just this is just the bear market. That's how the bear market works. It's just the volatility destroys everyone who doesn't have any. Look at this pop right now in QQQ. Anything that you don't have the risk management, this is just the time that you can collapse. Everything can change in a matter of seconds. The market is completely driven by short-term sentiments. Recession or no recession, big growth, no, it's not. It's just constantly moving up and down, and unbelievable. So for me, it was, and Jarad, again, I had the honor to trade with Jarad. Brian is still in Peru. He's going to come back on Friday. So AMD in the pre-market, was gapping down a few minutes before the market open, popped up, did a really nice 1 minute candlestick, very strong and very bullish. And Jarad jumped out a little bit earlier in there, and for a 1 minute opening range breakup, I waited until test the VWAP, and Jarad went long, and it kind of gave me the bias that I was going to go up. So I started going long at the VWAP. This is not a 1 minute opening range breakup, but again, because Jarad is a good trader, he went long, and it kind of gave me this bias for a long. So I just went long at the previous day close and VWAP, a stop loss below previous day close, and then ran up all the way up to 98. And I added a few times on the way up, and that turned out to be a very, very good and successful trade. The same trade for me happened actually with TQQ. TQQ was also strong in the VWAP. It was red, Qs were red, but it sold off in the VWAP, sold off in the pre-market, came back up, opened above the VWAP, but I was watching Qs that are strong. Qs are coming back with green. Unbelievable. So I went for a 1 minute opening range breakup at 27.70 all the way up to 28.30. So I had these two trades, really nice. Just Qs are now trying to come back and get the VWAP. Again, this volatility is just really fun. Look at that, just squeezed through the VWAP and then came back up. Market is really, really uncertain, and again, from 1% down, 2% down, going back up, it's just unbelievable. This morning I came and I said, okay, what to trade? I don't know. Just let's usual suspects: Apple, AMD, NVIDIA, TQQ. These are all the usual suspects. But anyways, regardless, and after I finished my day on AMD and TQQ, I went to the washroom, came back, and I said the market is down over 1%, and now it's coming back again, everything green. It's weird. So that was my trade. I actually didn't sleep really, really well last night. I wasn't really sure coming to the chat room, but I couldn't also sleep, so I might as well come and do a couple of scalp, and turned out to be a really good day. Yeah, I'm just closing my day. Actually, turned out to be a pretty good day for me. So both TQQ and AMD, two trades, and both of them very, very profitable. So I really like that, and AMD is just squeezing up. So that's the day for me. So Jarad, I know you traded AMD with me, a little bit of a different. Let me actually bring it up. A little bit of a different entry. So in the pre-market, you just jumped in a little bit earlier. You got stopped out, and then you went long. Yes.
Yeah, it's all that mentality of like, I saw the long bias, the level 2 said long. I just didn't know how deep the morning auction was going to be. And with PDC or previous day close so close to that price, I should have waited till that got tested. I even called it out saying, I'm getting long, but I usually wait till PDC at least gets a touch. And as soon as that touch happened, that's when it really started to showcase a little bit more of a bullish bias. So I did get stopped out on the first one, pretty much at the low. Got back in, scalped it to the level, and then tried to get in kind of at the level, realized I was a little too early, waited till VWAP one more time and then kind of pushed it to 98. I mean, it's pretty short-term trade. The volatility was pretty high this morning, and as you mentioned, the SPY was coming up in the previous day close, and as soon as we touched previous day close, a lot of these stocks rolled, through their low of day. So what looked bullish turned around very quickly. The stocks are rallying back now, but obviously that's a different setup and a different time frame. So it's all about kind of anticipating a couple of things. That level in particular is very important for the market. And when I see the SPY rejected, I know a lot of stocks can actually roll pretty quickly. So glad
what
to
I
get
notice
the
here,
short-term profit.
Jarad, is you're not using the VWAP with pre and post market volume. So your VWAP, the blue line, I think is the VWAP, is different than mine. And this is something that's very interesting because for me, the AMD tested the VWAP and previous day close, but for you it was only the previous day close. Why don't you use the VWAP with including pre and post market?
I usually find that the stocks I'm trading, the pre-market volume skews VWAP in the morning trade. So in the morning, VWAP to me is less important of an indicator. It's more about level definition, horizontal level definition. But as the day goes on, VWAP should reflect pretty much equally because the pre-market data is so small relative to the active market. So after about 30 minutes or so, that's going to pretty much smooth itself out to be about the same price.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Chris. That was very interesting. So AMD is coming back, squeezed above the VWAP and holding above the VWAP. I think it's really following Qs. Qs are doing the same thing. Who knows? If they lose the VWAP again, then it's going to really go down again. We have another massacre day. And drops of 5-6% a day just become normal these days. 5% drop in an index has just become normal. We see, oh yeah, another 5% market dropped, and unbelievable. Like Dow dropped, Dow Jones, which is the strongest sector, like 30 solid company in there, that 1100 points dropped, and that's the biggest drop that we had since 2020. And just this volatility is amazing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. So I had the webinar last night on psychology. I'm gonna have a couple. Actually, I had a lot of fun. It's been a while that I haven't had any webinar. It was really fun. So I'm gonna actually do a couple of more webinars hopefully soon, and more on the strategy side and how my day is. And I actually really enjoyed that. Thanks for all of those of you who are coming. And that's awesome. Thank you so much, and have a good day.